Hello everyone. Last Friday I took Blue Tron to another Friday Night Magic. This one was a little more competitive than the last one, and I actually did better than last time. Last time I went 1-2, and this time I went 2-1. I'll go over my matches briefly, and then I'll talk about how I'm feeling about the list, what I want to change in the main board and the sideboard. Here I actually tried to fit all my matches onto one page, so I wasn't using a lot of paper. The first match was a strange Boros build. I'm really not sure how to describe it. It made use of Ilharg the Raise Boar and Velamatris Lorehold, and I think he had Ulamog as well, so he would cast the Ulamog for free with the Lorehold dragon after getting it out with the boar. It was a really good matchup for my deck. I just countered and bounced everything. He got the boar out once, and I killed it with a Ballast on 6. He was also playing like Vexing Devil and stuff. So yeah, I 2-0'd that. I went up against Rakdos Scam next. That was the only deck that I was actually afraid of fighting. And yeah, I went 0-2 against Scam. I think Scam is the only game that I wrote what I sideboarded. So yeah, Scam is just a really hard matchup for Tron, at least for this deck, and I'm not quite sure what to do at it. I brought out Chalice because it didn't do anything, and I brought out Shark Typhoon because it was too slow. I brought out Dismember, which I think was a mistake now, and I should have brought in another Dismember actually, because I have 2 in the main board, 1 in the sideboard. I also brought in Squelch, which is a fun card. I brought in Squelch, which is really fun. I didn't get to cast it, unfortunately, but it does counter Dante Voidwalker activations, and it does counter the Kiki Jiki Reflection activations. And I also brought in a Grafdigger's Cage. So game 1, I had a turn 1 Island Relic, and so I was able to exile most of his stuff, but then he banned 2 Furies off of Fable, and I ended up paying 1 and exiling Relic and drawing a card to exile all the graveyards, and that might have been an error, because then I didn't have another way to exile his graveyard after that. I probably should have kept the Relic around. I decided out Typhoon because it was just too slow. It's really a slow card. I'm not exactly sure what to do about Scam. I'm working on a sideboard guide for myself. I think against Scam, we just need to get more combat focused. And so I definitely should have brought in the Dismember. I could have brought in the Shadow Spear, which I am thinking about cutting from the deck entirely because we have Basilisk Collar in the main board, which obviously they do different things, but sometimes the Shadow Spear just ends up being redundant because I get a Worm Coil out, and then I have Basilisk Collar and Shadow Spear in hand. Shadow Spear's better in that case, but sometimes they're both just kind of go dead in hand. I think that's all I have to say about the Scam. So match 3 was Burn. It was the same 3-color Burn deck that I played against at the last FNM. Our matches are really grindy and really interactive. I actually, just in case I went up against Burn, I wasn't thinking about this deck specifically. I bought a Platinum Empyrean right before playing, just in case I went up against a burn deck, because I learned from last time that I really need Platinum Empyrean in the deck. And it definitely helped me clutch out the last game when he had a Roiling Vortex on the field, and I was losing 1 life per turn. I got here and I just played the Platinum Empyrean. He would have died to his own Vortex, so Platinum Empyrean's great. Same stuff as last time, really. I think we do have a good burn matchup, just with all the life we can gain, and with Worm Coil Engine and Platinum Angel, and now with Platinum Empyrean, I think we have a really good burn matchup. I don't remember whether I bordered in Squelches for the fetch lands. I don't remember, but I only have 1 Test of Talents in the sideboard right now. I might put a second one in because it was really fun to play. I countered his Lightning Bolt with Test of Talents, and I just ripped all the bolts out of his deck. Probably could have saved it for Lightning Helix, but I think it was the only counter I had in hand, and I really didn't want to lose any more life. Well, I think that's all I have to say. Let me know what you think about the deck, whether you think there's anything I should change about the main board or the sideboard. I'm really not sure what's the best sideboard tech for this deck. I think I almost feel like we're overboarded for Mill. I still haven't played against Mill once. I know Elixir of Mortality is also kind of for burn, but these 2 anti-Mill cards, I think having 2 of them might be a little bit much. Annul, I just put in the sideboard on Friday. I think it's decent, but I haven't had a match where I needed to bring it in yet. Squelch is fun, I just haven't gotten to cast it yet, but I'm sure if I play like an Omnath deck, I'll be able to counter the fetch lands, and of course there's other activated abilities, like this can hit Planeswalker activations and stuff too. And Test of Talents I think is really good. I'm gonna put another Test of Talents in the sideboard. I know usually Centering Titan is a main board card, and some decks in the PT were running 3 Dismembers main board, so I'm still working on the sideboard. Let me know what you think about the deck, what you think about the sideboard, and what I should change, specifically to counter Scam matchups, because those are definitely the worst matchup. I do have more modern events coming up soon, so I will play this deck and tell you how it goes. I will leave a link to the deck list in the description, and I will see you later.